W8KNO testing.
Hey, you're getting out there, Joe. You're getting out there really good.
During the nest, thank you.
Greetings, this is KE8BWA, and my name is Andrew. Welcome to the Portage County Amateur Radio Service Incorporated Thursday night 2-meter net here on the K8IV repeater system. I'll be using the club call K8BF for the net. This repeater system also accepts inputs from Echolink, so I'll be asking for check-ins from around the corner to around the world here on the count repeater. The repeater receiver is located in Sugarbush Knolls using a PL tone of 118.8 plus Echolink through the K8BF-L Echolink Node. I'll be your net control operator this evening. As always, if you have any emergency or priority traffic, you may break into this net at any time. This is a directed net, and all calls will go through net control. You don't have to be a member of PCARS to check in and say hello. Everyone is welcome. PCARS meets the second Monday of each month at 7 p.m. The monthly meeting is held at the American Legion Post 496 in Kent. The post is located at 1945 Mogador Road. We look forward to seeing you there. The PCARS website is located at www.portcars.org. You can find out more information about PCARS on the website. PCARS also has a number of special interest groups that meet at the club site every Tuesday in Ravenna. Check out the latest award-winning newsletter on the club website for all the information on these and other PCARS activities. During this net, I'll take pauses when asking for Echolink check-ins since they have a slight delay in audio. When you check in, please give me your call sign, name, and location. I'll acknowledge each call sign as I get them. Please be aware that the repeater system has a 4-minute timeout. Okay, first we're going to start with Echolink check-ins and only Echolink. I see we've got a few people queued up here, so we'll just work through the roster, and as more people come in, we'll hop back over to Echolink. So let's check in with Bob, WB8OVQ. Over to you, Bob.
Well, I really don't have much. I'm just going to do a quick in and out, and I'm getting tired of the cold weather. That's it. Back to net.
Yeah, thanks for joining us tonight, Bob. Yeah, at least some of the snow is pretty, but I'm looking forward to it warming up a little bit over the weekend. Okay, let's check in with Karen, WD8BIW. Thanks for joining us tonight, Karen.
Well, good evening. This is Karen, WD8BIW from Uniontown. Don't have a lot. I'm just sitting on the couch with my blanket, my cat. I'm reading. So I'm kind of relaxed, trying to stay warm. And hopefully it's supposed to be a nicer weekend, so I'm hoping so. I'm getting tired of scraping windows on my car and going out in the cold. So I think I'm ready for spring and summer. Probably everybody else is too. And that's about all I have. And back to the net.
On the couch sounds pretty nice, so that sounds like a good evening to me. Okay, we've also got Gary with us. Gary, WB2RPW. Over to you.
K8BF in the group, WB2RPW. Very good evening to everybody on the net. And I'm in Eatontown, New Jersey. My name is Gary, of course. And not much going on. Spent about 14 hours, spent a 14-hour day yesterday going up to New York City to see the doctors, and got a license to live for another 6 months, and I'm sure I won't fall apart, so that's a good thing. And other than that, just keeping our feet up and taking it easy, and it's a little cold here, but it's all right. So back to net, K8BF, WB2RPW.
Good, Gary. Thanks for joining us tonight, and I'm glad you got a fresh sign-off from the doctor. That's always good. Okay, that's all we have for Echolink right now. Like I said, I'll keep an eye on it. But in the meantime, let's look for any local RF check-ins that have announcements or news for the net. Please call now.
KC8JC, JC in Kent.
KC8JC, thanks for calling in, JC. I'll just turn it over to you for your comments. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Howdy to everybody out there on the net. I just wanted to put in a quick plug for the radiogram. Coming out end of next week, so if I could have all of the inputs that you might have for me in by next Wednesday, that would be absolutely fantastic. I'm going to get together with Mike and work on maybe tweaking the calendar a little bit so that we don't have our input due date on the same date that we're getting ready to ship the newsletter. So we'll get that taken care of in short order. But just a little plug here. If you've got something that the group needs to know or that you'd like to share, go on ahead and send it on in. Send it to kc8jc@portcars.org, and you'll find a million email addresses for me on the website there. So with that, I will turn it back to Net Control 73.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll put that in my notes and remind folks a few times throughout the net. Are there any other stations with announcements or news for the net? Please call now.
WCK Rick in Shalersville.
88 WCK, good evening, Rick. I'll go ahead and turn it over to you. Thanks.
Andrew, I just wanted to throw out a reminder. Keep your calendar open for the 29th of April. We're hoping to have a replay for kids toy repair session. That's the 5th Tuesday. The plan, tentatively, but the plan is to be ready to be working by 5 o'clock, and people can come down, 4:30, 5 o'clock, and stay as long as they can, and we'll work on toys and fix some toys. Not totally confirmed yet with replay, but I'm pretty confident we're going to have that date. They were appreciative of our efforts last time, and we always have a good time. So that's April the 29th, and it's the 5th Tuesday SIG. Back to net, this is KD8WCK.
Very good, Rick. I put that on my list, and that sounds like a great thing. I'll definitely put it on my calendar, and hopefully I can make it. Let's see, are there any other stations with news or announcements for the net? Please call now. Okay, hearing nothing, I'll just give a quick rundown. Saturday the 22nd from 9 to 11, we're going to have a cleanup at the club site if you're available. There's some more information on the club website, but like I said, it's this Saturday starting at 9 a.m. Thursday, February 27th, is going to be net night at the club site, and then our next monthly meeting is going to be March 10th at 7 p.m. at the American Legion. And as you heard over the past couple minutes, we're looking for inputs for the newsletter to come in on Wednesday. Please send those to AC8JC, and then also mark on your calendar if you have the free time, April 29th, is potential replay for kids. Okay, with that, this is K8BF with a Thursday night 2-meter PCARS net. You're welcome to join us. We're going to look for any general RF check-in. All you need to do is call with your call sign, name, and location. Please call now.
KBF, this is WB8LCD, Tom in Sugarbush Knolls.
Tom, good evening. I got you in the books. Okay, next station, please call.
Whiskey 8, over.
Okay, that was pretty weak. I copied Whiskey 8, and that's about it.
Whiskey 8, Golf Papa November.
Whiskey 8 Golf, Papa November, got you that time. Could you give me your name and location, please?
Sir, Tim in Kent.
Very good, thank you much. Next station, please call.
November Romeo 8 Whiskey, Russ in Edinburgh Township. I'll be in and out.
Okay, thanks for joining us tonight. Russ, I got you in and out here, NR8W, thank you much. Let's look for another station or two. Please call now.
W8KNO, Joe in Hiram.
Joe, good evening. I got you coming in from Hiram, W8KNO. Thanks much. Let's take one more. Please call now.
Kilo Delta 8, Oscar Bravo Alpha, Ken in Ravenna.
Okay, I got you there, Ken. Thanks for joining tonight, KD8OBA. Okay, let's circle up to Tom from Sugarbush Knolls, WB8 LCD. Over to you, Tom.
Well, hey, thank you. I appreciate that. This is WB8LCD. And first off, let me say to Rick, KD8WCK, if Replay for Kids falls through, I got a bunch of stuff around my house that is broke and doesn't work, and a bunch of things my wife's been after me to work on and get fixed. So if they fall through, let me know, and I can make us an evening of stuff to fix and repair, and we'll have our fun that way. Anyhow, I'm probably talking out of school here, but we had our section managers meeting last night, and Dave Minster was one of the speakers to the group of section managers, and he said he was just back from Hamcation down in Florida, and that one of the guys that he met down there was a new ham. His call sign was Kilo Oscar 4 Whiskey Queen Tango, and his name is Conrad N. Hilton. And he said he's the guy that one of the Hiltons of the famous Hilton hotel chain. He's an older guy, so I think he's pretty well retired. I looked at where he lives in Palm Beach, Florida, so he's definitely in the high buck area that you would think a guy like that would be in. But he said he was just a guy that had always known about ham radio, and in the last couple of years of COVID, he was looking for something to do, and he got his technician class license in 2022, and his general class license shortly thereafter. So I just thought that was kind of interesting that you just never know who you might run into on the ham bands, and that was kind of neat. Two other things I'll share here. We were talking about youth and ham radio and trying to expand our efforts to get young people in. And one of the ways that has been very successful has been the Teachers Institutes. And, typically they have, between 3 and 5 of those a year. He said last year they had 7, and this year there are 21 scheduled so far. So that's pretty amazing. And if you know of any teachers and they want to go through a program to get some continuing education credit, and it's free to the teachers, the only thing they pay is a $100 application fee. But other than that, transportation and housing and the whole program is free to them. It's an outstanding program. If you know teachers, try to get them into one of these scheduled, because that's a really good thing. And then the other thing he said, which was news to me, is that April is Ham Radio Open House Month. Ham Radio Open House Month. I did not know that, but hey, that sounds like it's something neat, and it's really neat for us because we have a house that we can open up. And I'll just toss that out now, and some of you might want to, put your heads on this and maybe come up with something that we could do in the month of April, just to open up the PCARS World Headquarters to the community around us, so that anybody that would have an interest in ham radio would have a place that they could come and visit. So that's it for me. And Jenny, KD8LIR, is down here with me. Had a wonderful time at Freeze Your Acorns Off last weekend, and enjoyed seeing everybody out there. It's always a fun event. So with that, I will turn it back to Net Control. KBF, this is WB8LCD, and hey, good to hear you on the air here tonight, Andrew. 7-3, WB8LCD.
Very good. Thanks for calling in tonight, Tom, and hello to Jenny. And thanks for sharing those stories with us. I thought that was pretty interesting. Okay, next on my list is Tim, W8GPN. Over to you, Tim.
How's everybody doing tonight? Whiskey 8 Gulf Papa November. Just running around as usual, doing errands, taking care of stuff, laundry, trying to stay warm. It has been cold. I got my pellet burner going, which usually keeps my furnace turned off, but my furnace has even been turning on every once in a while because it's so doggone cold. I had a good time at Freeze Your Acorns Off this past weekend as well. It's always fun chit-chatting with everybody. And the food, tasting everybody's food. And then I'm going to try to make it down Saturday to help clean up down at the club site. So that's about it with me. Back to Net K8BF. This is Whiskey 8 Gulf Papa November 73.
Tim, thanks for joining us tonight, and I hope you make it through the rest of the week here without getting too cold. It has been kind of miserable, so I'm looking forward to a little bit of a thaw. Okay, let's check in with Joe and Hiram, W8KNO. Over to you, Joe.
Well, thank you, Andrew. This is W8KNO. Don't have anything really to say. This weekend there's a couple QSO parties, South Carolina on Saturday, North Carolina on Sunday. So if you have time, get out. And also, if anyone participated last weekend in, what was it? The big contest last weekend, the ARL CW contest. We need 83 more points to go over 1 million, and I think that'll be the first time we've had 1 million points on the 3930. So if you did get in and you just had a few contacts, post it circa 3830 so we can go over 1 million. That'll be a big thing. And Gary, thank you for all your inputs that you put in to it. With that, back to you, Andrew. K8BF, W8KNO.
Joe. That's cool. I tuned around on the radio a little bit, but I didn't do anything in the contest. I regret it. That would have been fun and cool to add to the score there, so I'll remember that for next year. Okay, I've come down to the end of my list here. We've got Ken in Ravenna, KD8OBA. Good evening, Ken.
Oh, good evening to everybody. So, I don't have a whole lot to say either. I just doing my check-in, and other than that, it's cold. I'd like to get out and start doing things, but I can't. So, anyway, everybody take care. Have a good weekend, and catch everybody later on. KD8OBA, back to Net.
Very good, Ken, and thanks for joining us tonight. Well, let me take a quick second to identify this as the Thursday night 2-meter PCARS Net, hosted by K8BF. I'm Andrew, KE8BWA. I've got a few upcoming events here to mention, and then we'll take a few more check-ins. So as you just heard, we're having a club cleanup this Saturday, starting at 9 a.m., just helping to tidy things up around the club site, if you could come help with that. On Thursday, the next Thursday, February 27th, we've got our net night at the club site, which is always a fun time. A great way to go make some eyeball QSOs and check into the net. Additionally, we've got our next monthly meeting coming up on March 10th, 7 p.m. at the American Legion Post in Kent. You can find out more information about this and those other events on our club website at www.portcars.org. We've also got our newsletter deadline coming up here at the end of the month. If you want to get something in the newsletter, please email JC by Wednesday. And then finally, still tentative, but if you have a free day on April 29th, block that on your calendar for Replay for Kids, tentatively at 5 p.m., so more information to come on the website about that, too, as it grows near. Okay, well, let's look for any more check-ins. If you'd like to join us tonight, you're certainly welcome. Please call K8BF with your call sign, name, and location.
N8QE, Bob in Talmadge.
I got you, Bob. N8QE in Talmadge. Thank you. Next station, please call.
Papa 4, Victor Zulu, Mike Emmanuel.
Mike, I got you coming at us from Ranaway, KP4VZ. Thank you much. Next station, please call. Somebody else out there, go ahead and give me a call, K8BF.
BF, this is Whiskey Alpha 8, Uniform Whiskey Victor, Doug in Talmadge.
Doug in Talmadge, thank you much. WA8UWV, thank you. And let's see if we got one more. Please call now.
WD8DAU, Dan in Suffield.
Okay, Dan, I got you there in Suffield, thank you. Okay, let's check in with Bob in Talmadge, N8QE. Good evening, Bob.
Good evening to you, Andrew, and everybody else on the net tonight. I have to agree with Tim. Freeze Your Acorns Off was a real blast last Saturday. That was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun working a lot of stations there from the nice warm insides. It was a nice venue there, and I can't complain at all. The food was really good. The chilies and the vegetable soup and the peach cobbler from Tom was excellent. And see most of you there, maybe at the club site cleanup on Saturday. I'll definitely be there to help out. And tonight, I finally worked my first Nigeria contact. That's an all-time new one for me. The 5N9 DTG DXpedition. I managed to get them on 40 meters here just a few minutes ago before the net started, so I'm pretty happy about that. Other than that, that's about it. Back to you, Andrew.
Bob, and congratulations on Nigeria. That's awesome. Okay, let's check in with Mike, KP4VZ. Over to you, Mike.
Yeah, Andrew, having fun here. Like Bob, I contact also the guy from Nigeria, my first time also. Also, we get ready to post some photos. I'm just waiting for Parky to send me the final modification that he's doing to the photos so I can upload the Freeze Your Acorns photos. And I'm planning to be there Saturday real early, a couple hours helping like always you guys. Back to you, Net Control. This is Kilo Papa 4, Victor Zulu.
Mike, and congratulations to you as well. That is a pretty cool contact to have in the books, I think. Okay, next up is Doug, WA8UWV in Talmadge. Over to you, Doug.
Thank you, Andrew. KABF, this is Whiskey Alpha 8, Uniform Whiskey Victor. And haven't done much radio work lately. Not having any HF antennas in the air. I've got a couple ready to put up, but waiting for the weather to be a little bit more cooperative. Anyway, what I've been doing today was shoveling a little bit of the driveway and shoveling a path down to the woodshed so I could bring up some firewood in the wheelbarrow. And then we got the fireplace going. Had it going for quite a while, and needed more wood. The fireplace keeps the furnace shut down, just like let's say Tim, WAGPN, was saying his heater reduces the furnace usage, and that's the same thing here. The fireplace cuts down the furnace use. Furnace does still turn on once in a while, but not as often as it would without the fireplace. Anyway, enough of that. Back to that. Everybody have a good evening. KBFWAUWV.
Thank you, Doug. And man, shoveling snow is quite a workout too. So nice job on moving all that around. That plus hauling wood will keep you warm for a little while at least. Okay, next up we've got Dan in Suffield. Dan, if you could let me know if this call sign is right. WD8DAU Delta Alpha Uniform, is that correct?
It's correct, and thanks for the check-in. There was a spot in UST this month about our donations.
Hey, Dan, we lost you right after you mentioned the Center of Hope donation. Back to you if you have more to add.
That's all I had. Back in that WD8DAU.
Okay, very good. Thanks for joining us tonight, and thanks for letting us know about that. It's always nice to see that in the news when the club makes that donation. Okay, well, we have reached that time again to look for more check-ins. If you'd like to join us tonight on the Thursday night 2-meter PCARS net here on the K8IV repeater system, you're welcome to join us. Just call K8BF with your call sign, name, and location. Please call now.
Kilo Foxtrot 8 Alpha Delta Quebec, Joe in Brimfield Township.
Joe, I got you a KF8 ADQ. Let me just pass it directly to you for your comments, please.
Not a whole lot going on in the radio world. Just getting better. I've had bronchitis for the last 14 days. So lost my voice for probably a good 10 of those. So that's what prevented me from being part of the net or the Freeze Your Acorns Off, and even I think the last the meeting we had. So I've been sick for a little bit. So luckily, last few days I've been actually feeling better. So back to being able to talk. But definitely throws off your radio game when you lose your voice for about 10 days. So I think that's all I've got for me. So I'll say KF8 ADQ, back to net.
Very good, Joe. I'm glad you're feeling better and you can talk again. That's pretty brutal. So very good on that. And thanks for joining us. Okay, let's look for our next check-in. Please call now. All right, well, hearing nothing, let me take just a quick moment to run through a few things that are upcoming on our calendar here, and we'll take another pass for check-ins. So, this Saturday, the 22nd, starting at 9 a.m., we're going to have a cleanup at the club site. We'd welcome you to join us if you're free Saturday morning to just help tidy things up around there. We're expecting it to just be a couple hours from 9 to 11. Let's see, on Wednesday, if you're wanting to get anything into the newsletter, please get it to JC, ACHAC, by the end of the day on Wednesday. Next Thursday, February 27th, we've got Net Night at the club site. Fun time. There's more information about this on our club website at www.portcars.org, but it's a fun time to go hang out at the club site, do the net, and actually lay eyes on people, so pretty fun. Let's see, March 10th, we've got our next monthly meeting. That's going to start at 7 p.m. at the American Legion Post in Kent. And like all our other events and our special interest groups, there's information on all this stuff available on the website. And then finally, April 29th, tentative plans for Replay for Kids starting at 5 p.m. at the club site. So more information to come there. Just a request to keep the day free if you're interested in that. Okay, let's take another look for check-ins on the Thursday night 2-meter PCARS net. Please call K8BF now.
K8TUI, Mike in Ravenna.
Good evening, Mike. Let me just turn it over to you. Thanks for joining us tonight, KB8TUI.
Yeah, it's cold night. I was out there a little bit ago. My fingers got frosty again. Playing around with trying to figure out why I lost power to that camper I got. So I figured it out. One socket runs the other socket, and I lost power in one of them. But I had to play around out there. And playing around trying to keep my furnace running. I think I got it this time. Had to put a new igniter in. And sounds like we got a pretty strong month coming up. A lot of stuff. So I'll be there for the cleanup. I left it. I'll try to take it with me. So back to net, KB8TUR.
Very good, Mike. Thanks for joining us tonight, and good luck keeping that furnace going. I don't know what it is, but they seem to have a great weather predicting ability and crap out on the coldest days, so that's pretty rough. Okay, let's look for any other check-ins. Please call now. Like somebody was in there, give it another shot, and we'd be happy to have you join us. Okay, well, this is the Thursday night 2-meter net with the Portage County Amateur Radio Service. We're here every Thursday night starting at 8 p.m. on the K8IV repeater system. We'd be happy to have you join us. If you want to check in here before we close things out, just go ahead and give me a call. Alrighty, well, hearing nothing else, I'm going to go ahead and close this net. I'd like to thank everyone for taking time to check in. Your participation is very much appreciated. PCARS would especially like to thank the K8IV repeater owner for allowing us to use the repeater system for the PCARS net. I'll now turn the repeater back to regular amateur use. 7-3 to everyone. Hope to hear you again soon. K8BF is clear and KE8BWA is clear.
TUI, this is Whiskey Alpha 8, Uniform Whiskey Victor. Shut down. WA, UWV clear.